Another problem that will be reminiscent of your work earlier this year, multiplying two binomials together. It's the same concept, like literally the same concept, just we'll have some I-squareds floating around. So we're going to take this 2 and multiply it by both of these parts, and then this negative 7i times both of these parts, combine like terms, and keep in mind that if we see I-squareds, they're going to turn into negative 1s. So let's kick this thing off. I'm going to go a little slowly so you can kind of maybe think ahead. I'll multiply the 2 times both of these parts. So that's going to give me 6 plus 2i. And then I'm going to think of this next thing I'm going to think of it as a negative 7i times this is negative 21i times this is negative 7, and then there's our I-squared coming into play. And we have, of course, not surprisingly, some like terms in here. So the next line that I would probably write down, I wouldn't try and do all this in my head at once because that's a recipe for careless mistakes. I would write down 6, minus 19i, and then I would put plus 7. And if you're not sure why I'm putting plus 7, the idea is that we have negative 7i squared, but I squared, of course, is negative 1. And negative 7 times negative 1 is going to give us that positive 7. That's why I'm going to just go ahead and put whatever this sign is, I'm going to drop the I squared and flip that sign, because that's what the effective multiplying by negative 1 is anyway. And then we still have more like terms. The 6 and the 7 can go together. They make a 13 minus 19i. So I've got my real part. I've got my imaginary part. All terms are combined. There's no I squareds floating around. That's the final answer.